So for today's craft, we're going to be making these really cute shaker bookmarks. I'm making these for my son's class for Christmas. So I'm doing about 30 of them. So there's a couple ways to do these, and I decided to do it this way because I think it's the best for bulk making, like if I have to make 30. And it was pretty fast once I figured out how to do it and what materials I'm going to do it with. So to start off, I had to buy vinyl. Because we're going to be using the impulse sealer, you can get this on Amazon, I want to say under $30. And because it's a heat sealer, you want to use decently thick vinyl. I'll insert a photo of the roll that I got it from I think it was Walmart. I know they sell that at Walmart, City Mill, yeah. And it's usually, like if you go to the hardware store, it's where you find vinyl covering for picnic tables or whatever, floor covering. And it's on a giant roll in the back. Like it's, for some reason, it's always like all the way in the back. It's not like a really popular item. So you kind of have to look for it or ask somebody. So I have my 2 pieces of vinyl. I already pre-cut it to be about 7 inches by 2.5 inches. And once everything's like, you seal it and you cut it down, it'll probably be about 6.5 inches to 2 inches wide. So I'll show you what I do first besides cutting the vinyl. It would be to make the name. So I'll insert a clip of going to Cricut Design Studio and show you how I do it. It's really simple. So to get the name, we're going to open Cricut Design Space, open a text box, and type in the name. Actually, I want to do this all caps. And I'm going to use a font called Kids Fun. And then resize this to 1 inch high. If you have a longer name, you can play around with the letter spacing or make it shorter. You just don't want to exceed 6 inches. So make it, I'm going to mirror it because we're going to print it, or we want it to be on the inside of the bookmark. And I'm cutting this out on Cricut black permanent vinyl. So we've cut, weeded, and put transfer tape on our name. Okay, and so like I said in the, it's a piece of confetti is stuck there. Like I said in the Cricut Design Studio, we're going to be placing the name on the inside. That way, if you scratch on it, it won't come off. It's like really in there permanently. So I'm going to take 1 piece of the vinyl. I'm going to do a grommet here. So you kind of want to center the name either all the way to the left or kind of in the middle, just leaving an allowance for the grommet. And I'm going to turn it upside down, eyeball it. Bookmark. Doesn't have to be perfect. And I put the other vinyl on top, just so I can remember which side is which. That looks good. And then I'm going to seal it. I'm going to seal 3 sides. This side, and this side. And I'm going to leave this side open so we can add our confetti. every impulse sealer is different. I have mine set on about 4. Okay, that looks good.
Spend so much time looking for a place to hide, but somehow I always end up next to you. And tonight is different, yeah. Baby, something is different in the air. Don't wait another minute. The anticipation getting to be too much to bear. Do you want me? 'Cause I want
I'm gonna let it cool, and then I'm gonna test it to make sure the seal is good. Because the last thing you want is for the kids to have it and they're in bed reading their book and all the confetti comes out. So I'll let it cool and come back. Okay, so it's cool to the touch. To test the seal, I usually just stick the ruler in. Try not to mess up the name. And I'm gonna push on the seals, kind of run it along, and if it's gonna pop open, it'll probably do it now. See, it was not sealed that good on that side, so I'm going to do it one more time in the impulse sealer. This happened quite often when I was doing the whole class. Just because these things, like the wire gets messed up or it's really hot on one side, like it's really hot and kind of burning it on this side. So I might need to change the Teflon tape or change the wire pretty soon. So let it cool and then test it again. This is the side that was already sealed. This is the side that I have to reseal. So it looks good. Now I'm just going to cut off the excess. I'm not going to cut on the seal. I'm going to cut just a slightly bit to the right, since I'm cutting on the right side.
Another end of the night, here I am by your side again. I couldn't hide what I've been keeping inside, so I tried to deny it again.
And don't worry about this part, I'm gonna cut it off anyways. So this is the fun part. Just get a piece of scrap paper and we're gonna fill confetti. I'm using just a little baby spoon, just because it fits nicely in there. And when I was doing this, I learned the hard way that a little bit goes a long way. So definitely start off with a little and then add more if you need. A little bit of the hearts. A little bit of these black stars. And I bought these packets of glitter on Amazon. So good. I think it was pretty cheap and you get so much. Like that is all I'll use for every single one. And you want to use like different shapes, textures. I'm going to use these silver stars, just a tiny bit. This I bought at Walmart in the craft section with all the beads and everything. And this also is from Walmart. These are good because they add a little bit of texture. we can take a look, see if we need anything else. I'm pretty happy with that, that's fine. So now I'm going to seal the last side. And then I bought this Grommet kit with an eyelid. And it comes with all these different eyelids. So I'm going to use the red one. So you need the front part, one of the back. And this one's pretty good. I never had an eyelet maker before, but this one's good because it comes with the hole punch and the eyelet thing. So all you do is make sure there's no confetti on this side. Kind of shake it down. You punch the hole first, and then you just put in the eyelet. And there's, if you look at it, it's kind of hard to tell, but this one moves, and this is the one that goes down or on the front. So you're gonna put it on there. See the red is the front. You're gonna put it face down on there and squeeze it. Not too hard, not too soft. If you squeeze it too hard, sometimes it cracks this metal and then it becomes sharp. And you don't want that. So and I found this ribbon at Walmart. It's pretty cheap, I don't know, $2 or something. And I cut the ribbon about 8 inches. Fold it in half. Fold it again lengthwise in half. And stick it through the front part of the eyelet. Then thread this part through. And just to make the ends look nice, I put them together. I fold them lengthwise. And then I cut a V. Just to make the ends cute. And there you go. Pretty cute design, especially for elementary school students. Encourage them to read a little bit more. And I have another way of making these shaker bookmarks using the fuse tool. Maybe I'll do a video on that later. But if you like this project, go ahead and subscribe. I try to do crafts, either Cricut or sewing or whatever else I need to make once a week. Thanks for watching.